back to Retro Rebound. In today's video, we are going back to a bunch of Lego Batman games. I have been waiting for this day, ladies and gentlemen. I've been tracking the rumor mill, wondering what's going on with the Lego video game franchise. It's been since Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga that we have seen a Lego video game, and I really enjoyed that one. But rumors started to pop up that Batman was going to get the Skywalker Saga treatment, and I thought that was a really exciting premise. Well, just yesterday, we got the announcement of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and in a lot of ways, it is the Skywalker Saga treatment, but for Batman. I mean, we even see the Reeves Batman in this game, and I'm so excited about that. But this is a very different Lego game. It has free flow combat. We talk so much about dead free flow combat, but out of all places for it to return, it's a Lego game. It looks incredible. There's stealth gameplay. It's like an Arkham Lego game. It's open world again, just like DC Supervillains, just like Lego Batman 2, which is one of my favorites in the entire franchise. But with that, there comes some questions. Like if you go to their website and you see the frequently asked questions section, yeah, they do say that there's only 7 playable characters. That is a pin in the balloon for a lot of classic Lego fans. Also, when it's more of a, I thought this was a beautiful description of the game I saw on Reddit, more of a Batman Lego game rather than a Lego Batman game. What does that mean for people who like to build, right? You have your little puzzle fights. Is that going to be a part of this all? It'll be interesting to get into that conversation as time moves on, because I think the game looks fantastic. Like, I rewatched this trailer so many damn times, but it looks like a real shakeup to the Lego formula, just like Skywalker Saga was with its completely insane combo system that it boasted. Now we're taking things a mile further. So as someone who considered themselves a bit of a Lego games connoisseur, but then I started watching Lego video game YouTube and realized there are levels to this thing, so I'm not that confident saying that, but I love Lego games. So is Lego Batman worth it in 2025? Should you play these games? Which should you avoid, if any at all? Is it really that good? Of course, Lego games are awesome, but there's so much variety in all of them. It's easy just to think they're the same game from what you played as a kid, but they transform and change and try so many new ideas, as you can see in this new Lego Batman game. So I wanted to dive into it. It felt like one of the few excuses I could have to dive into a Lego video game outside of Lego Star Wars, which we already did. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here and you're into nostalgic or retrospective content, you're in the right place. Consider subscribing. Let's start off with Lego Batman 1. You recognize this one because, yep, on the other side, pure. This was a pack-in Xbox 360 game, meaning it came with both discs alongside a shared manual, but I love this game because what it did for Star Wars, it also did for Batman. Lego Star Wars is, of course, iconic, but after you move on from that, you have to go to something big. And just like Lego Star Wars made so many Star Wars fans, Batman got so many fans from Lego Batman 1. It is a classic Lego game through and through, like a little bit slower pace, the same 1, 2, 3 combos, a modest roster, a lot of puzzles, a lot of building in the middle of boss fights only to get hit and have to quickly rebuild it again. Just all that stuff that makes a classic Lego game truly a classic. And for that, I love it. You know, there's no open world, it's linear, it's simple, it's got soul, it's got the mumbles, there's no voice acting, as we'll talk about in a little bit. Like, it is truly a classic Lego game. It also has 2 different story modes, the hero story mode and the villain story mode. And I thought that was also a really cool thing as a kid, to have like 2 sides of the story that you can see. Something that they wouldn't revisit until much later with DC Supervillains, as we'll talk about. So Lego Batman 1, I think, is aged really well. If you know what to expect from a classic Lego game, which is, yeah, it's a bit slow, it's very linear, there's a lot of kind of mini puzzles and building things, and it's not action combat like you see nowadays, then you could get down with Lego Batman 1. But where it really took off for a lot of us was when we grew up a little bit. Those Lego games, they're a thing of the past now, right? I'll always remember being at my childhood best friend's house, watching the trailer for Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. When I saw the trailer for this game, right, I had not played a Lego game in a decent while at this point, but I saw this trailer and got up out of my seat and started freaking out because they made an open world Lego game. Now, just earlier last year, I played Lego Batman 2 on my Vita. This is the version I would just say, you know, don't worry too much about, unless you want more classic linear Lego Batman. But really, you'll be missing out on what many consider to be the best Lego game of all time, and that is Lego Batman 2. I was blown away by this game because one thing that Lego is known for with their video games are packing these creative challenges, these fun puzzles. Each character is their own archetype and they interact with the environment differently. It's not really until you beat the main story that you can go into usually free play, switch around the character roster, get all the mini kits, get all the red bricks. But now you take that same idea and you put it in an open world. Lego Batman 2 was revolutionary just when the series, for some of us, was getting a bit into its comfort zone. Like, it was always the same thing, and that was nice. It was a reliable purchase, but it wasn't going to be anything different. Here comes Lego Batman 2, not only to switch up the formula where it says we have the levels that you know and love, like there are linear levels, but in between those, you're going to be in the open world, and this is where all the challenges live, and this is where you can explore the roster and do side quests. Like, it was absolutely incredible for its time. But perhaps more stunning for a lot of us is this is the Lego game that brings in voice acting. I have to say, retroactively, I'm a little mixed on this decision. I think it works really well for this game, but you don't realize until it's gone for many years what the mumble, and by the way, I'm talking about a deliberate mumble, like a perfectly directed mumble, not what we did with Skywalker Saga where there's a mumble mode and it's just someone going and you're just reading subtitles. Like, part of the beauty of mumbling, I can't believe I'm saying this, but whatever. Part of the beauty of mumbling is interpreting what the character's trying to say and do because they can't speak. And it's hilarious. So when you get rid of that, you get a lot of really cool stuff with traditional voice acting, but you lose a little bit of the personality that made a Lego game that you find in, say, Lego Batman 1. A lot of it is comedy, it's charm, and so it's not completely losing all of that, but this was a really big change. Again, it came at the right time. Like, it was a beautiful shakeup for the franchise, but as time would go on, that's why people would say, bring back the mumbles, and then you'd get mumble mode in Skywalker Saga, and for me at least, it wasn't quite like what I was looking for, because I immediately went to turn it on, and then went back to voice acting. This game was also cool because it was a crossover with other Lego DC superheroes and villains. Like, this was an open world that I could run around as the Flash, and that was like a dream come true for me as a Flash fan growing up. So I just thought this game was so cool, so revolutionary for the Lego franchise, and absolutely out of everything in this pile, you don't even have to check this video. Check literally any other Lego video game video. You'll find this one typically near the top. It is absolutely wonderful, not just from a nostalgic point of view, but it holds up really, really well. So then after that, you imagine sky's the limit. They figured this out by Lego Batman 2. So in comes Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. I remember reviewing this game, and when I reviewed it, I said on my channel that I was very disappointed by it. This was one of the first reviews I did in my teen years where I got people really upset with me, and I was kind of perplexed by it because I love the Lego games, and I thought Lego Batman 1 was great. I thought 2 was fantastic, and so I had high hopes for Lego Batman 3. Like, okay, Beyond Gotham, are we going to have like open space or something like that? Like, what are we doing that's going to evolve the already incredible Lego Batman 2? But like, I think many video games, many entertainment products, it's very difficult to one-up yourself after you answer all of the fan demands, and instead you just try to give them more of that thing. But Lego Batman 3 to me felt like a step back. There was no open world. Instead, it was more linear again with open zones, open hubs. Some people do prefer this, and I get it. For me, it reminded me a little bit of the Lego Lord of the Rings games where they had a bunch of little zones, and again, it was kind of cool, but it felt like when we're coming after a couple of years from Lego Batman 2 to this, it does feel like a step down. It does have the benefit of now we can view the series broadly and kind of break them up one by one. You don't have to worry about the anticipation, the launch hype or disappointment, any of that. You can just kind of take the game as it is. But I just remember at that time reviewing the game thinking, oh, this is the next Lego Batman game. This should be great. And it's not like it's a bad game because it has a great roster, but no open world took a lot of the excitement away from me. It just kind of left you with what felt like Lego Batman 1 in a lot of ways, with a couple of levels that were ridiculously long and no open world. So it just felt a little too back to basics for where the series was at that point in time. Again, if you start to look at it more retroactively and you start running through all these Lego games, there are many things you'll appreciate about Lego Batman 3, namely its gigantic roster of over like 160 characters. Like, that's the awesome part. It kind of goes full Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 on you, where it's just like, who is that character? In what comic issue? Who figured this one out? And who made this? Like, this is unbelievable. It has those moments, no doubt about it. But for me, I think the roster is only as exciting as how I can deploy it. And I like deploying it in the whole free play mode, but free roam and switching your roster that way, that was something special. So this just felt like a step back. It's not an awful game, but definitely to me, a Lego game I'd recommend the least, because it takes a lot for me to walk away from a series that I know and love and go, yeah, you should probably hold off on this, especially when it's kind of still the old reliable series. So that's Lego Batman 3. We really don't see any traditional Lego Batman until right here and now, the game that we're talking about in Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. But there is another Lego Batman-ish title that I want to talk about, and I've hinted to throughout the video, and that's Lego DC Supervillains. This game is awesome. And yeah, you know, it's got Joker and Harley Quinn on the front, but it's also kind of like the Lego Batman 2ification of villains, where you also have like Lex Luthor here in this game. So it's all of the DC supervillains together in their own story. So in one way, it feels like a bit of a callback to Lego Batman 1, where they had the villain story mode. That was really cool to see. But also, I think just for superhero products in general, this was coming at a time where I was starting to feel a little fatigue with always being the hero. I get that it's kind of tradition, like give the hero the story first before playing a game as the villain, but it just felt like we weren't getting enough things about the villain characters. And funny enough, just a little bit after this game comes out, we'd get the standalone Joker film, which was incredible. And it felt like that was justifying my point of like, see what happens? Like, go make villain things and let's see that side of the story. So having a whole game around that was really cool. It kind of rethinks like what you're doing for mission objectives. You're causing mischief. Are they going to become anti-heroes? Like, you're not playing Lego games for the story, but there was a little bit more of an intrigue there in, okay, we're playing as the bad guys. How is this going to unfold? Lego DC Supervillains also lets you create your own character and have like your own set of powers and shticks and whatnot. I just thought that was also really cool, like a little bit of imprinting yourself upon the story. So I found that to be a great surprise. Also interesting is when you play this game, you can start to see where TT Games was sort of at a fork in the road and picked a certain direction, right? There were a lot of Lego traditionalists, right, who enjoyed the building, the puzzles, that sort of thing. And there was this sort of mixing with the mainstream, with the voice acting, the open world push, and now getting a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more action oriented. You could really see this in the boss fights for Lego DC Supervillains. I mean, they'd pull the camera down. It would not be as fixed as it usually is in these Lego games. Again, getting rid of things that made it all reliable. But also, it's the open world again. To me, this felt like a run back of so many things that made the Lego Batman games before it's special. Like, it had the crazy roster of 3 in a lot of ways. It reminded me of that. It has the villain mode of Lego Batman 1, but it also has this insane, awesome open world like you find in Lego Batman 2. Not just because, oh, it's an open world, but this is like a smorgasbord open world where you've got like Smallville and Gotham in the same open world map and you're exploring it as supervillains. To me, that is just an incredible combination on paper, and it's executed really well. It reminds me of how I felt about Lego Marvel Superheroes. To me, like, these 3 are in the mix for top Lego open world games because they are the type of games that, you know, not everyone's a man-child like me. You kind of got to do a little bit of convincing to tell people like, hey, try this Lego game. They're like, bro, I have a family, like, relax, I got things to take care of here, I can't be playing a children's game. But these are the ones I'd insist. I'd be like, no, you can be an adult and have fun with these too. I mean, Legos are for all ages. Come on now, don't hate on that. But anyway, I love the Lego Batman video games. I love many Lego games, and there's still so many I haven't explored because they were attached to properties I haven't seen everything from Harry Potter. I know that one's a crime, trust me. You can let me have it in the comments down below. Pirates of the Caribbean, like, there's a couple out there, Jurassic Park, that I have not fully experienced. So, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this. I think Lego Batman is absolutely worth it this year. If you can look into it any way, shape, or form, I would just say stay away from the Vita version of Batman 2 if you can avoid it, which I imagine is pretty easy for many of you. And Batman 3 isn't awful, but I think if you want to know what makes these Lego Batman games awesome, the other three options I put in front of you today in Batman 1, 2, and DC Supervillains are fantastic choices above that. So y'all let me know what you're thinking down below. Other than that, take excellent care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next Retro Rebound. Peace out.